Welcome to ACD Combatives, your combatives and control tactics channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Hey guys, Coach Kurt here. So first of all, let me apologize in advance that you have to see my spindly legs. And let me reemphasize that this is combatives, control tactics, self-defense. I am not a kickboxer. I'm not a Muay Thai stylist. My traditional background is Hapkido mostly, but you know I have Kaiji Kembo background and so forth as well. So you might see some variations. A lot of times I will use the strikes to get into the clinch range for control tactics and combatives and so forth, self-defense. Or I will use the strikes to create distance to get to my duty gear. You get the idea. But Coach's Corner, today we're going to work on the roundhouse kick, especially the low line roundhouse kick. And we will include the switch kick as well, making the lead the rear. But there's a couple ways to do this, but I'm just going to show you the generic way of doing a roundhouse kick correctly. What a lot of times what I see wrong when I'm teaching control tactics, and quite frankly, I don't really teach the roundhouse kick anymore because of it. I mostly just teach front kick or a foot jab to law enforcement because I don't have time to really work the intricacies of a roundhouse kick. I see a lot of this kind of stuff where I'm seeing people hit with the side of their foot because they don't know how to step and open up the hips. I see a lot of, it's kind of hard. I mean, it's just a difficult kick to teach somebody you have 8 hours a year to teach control tactics. It's not enough for anything, let alone one kick. So it's kind of a losing battle to teach anything. But I have to teach something because I have 8 hours a year to teach, and that includes taser, pepper spray, combatives as far as strikes and hitting, grappling techniques, taser, everything, baton. You have to incorporate all that into 8 hours a year, and as you can imagine, it's impossible. But that's why I created this channel, to intrigue those individuals that might be interested in learning more to dabble. And again, I'm not a master of anything. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. But when you throw, first of all, I like to mostly fight from what I consider an open lead, open stance, very popular in MMA, very popular in kickboxing, self-defense styles like Krav Maga. A lot of times they do that. A lot of traditional martial arts will be side stance or horse stance, or I've even seen mentioned in one video that I did recently, your T stance. Especially like in Hapkido, I use this a lot. But the throw of the roundhouse kick, you have to open up the hips. And there's lots of ways of doing it, boys and girls, but generally speaking, the kickboxing way of doing it, or the way I like to show, is mostly kicking with the shin area here. And sometimes I'm hitting with the flat of the foot, especially if you're wearing patrol boots out on the street. It's not a big deal. You can create more distance that way. But for traditional kickboxing, you generally don't hit with the flat of the foot, but you can. Mostly the shin. But of course, then you are closer when you hit with the shin. So opening up the hips is the biggest problem I see new people throwing the roundhouse kick doing. I like to teach stepping out like this, off to an angle, and as you can see, that just totally opens up the hips, and that allows you to shift your weight to the ball of your foot and come around with the roundhouse kick. So again, I'm here, I step, and I'm pivoting on the ball of the foot, and when I'm finished, the foot's going to be almost facing backwards. You'll see in the video. So I'm stepping out, and I'm rotating the entire hip around. I'm rotating the leg up, like here, almost like I'm throwing. A front kick would be this way, a crescent kick would be this way. I'm throwing up on an angle angle, excuse my French, and then I'm rotating my hips kind of at the last second. It's the way I do it. I've seen people completely come around, and that's fine and dandy. It creates probably more power that way. That's also telegraphing more as well. So you might have to, like, you know, jab, cross, but you can't boom to throw that. So you distract high, kick low to the common peroneal or the inside of the lead leg, what have you. So basically, I'm stepping out, coming up, and I'm rotating at the last second, and then I'm popping straight back. Unless there's nothing there, and then you go all the way through. So let's do that, but just hitting the bag. You see I'm rotating with power using my hips. This hand comes down like this. I'm trying to protect myself almost like a Philly roll type stance. And this is staying up high to protect the head if I can. You'll see people throw the arms like that. It's not wrong, it generates power. But I prefer to like try to keep my hands up as much as possible. So stepping, opening the hips. Rotating. And trying to bring the legs back down and whipping it back down when I'm finished. All right, guys, thanks.
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out.